Hey, school bus here. So I have to apologize. I really had intended to do a lot more videos over the holiday season because I'd have a fair amount of time off work and, thought I would have time to do a lot of videos. However, I had to take advantage of the fact that we had such great holiday ops bonuses this year. I think I achieved in the last week what would have taken me the last 6 months of playing. Now, that takes into account the fact that I was able to play more, but the time I was playing, I was knocking down 10K plus experience per game in some cases. And so that very quickly moved me along on several different lines. In fact, I started 2 heavy lines that I really hadn't intended on doing. And so I'm working on the ISM now, and I also have the Tiger P. You can guess which one I'm enjoying more. So anyway, I digress. One of the other things I worked on was moving from the Pantera at tier 8. It took me a second there to remember which name. Not Progetto, the Pantera, to the Standard B. And I had every reason to believe I would like the Standard B. But actually, I really, really like the Standard B. And so what we're watching here is one of my earliest games with the upgraded gun. I wasn't crazy about it with the smaller gun. Once I started firing premium ammo with it, that improved it a lot. The penetration is just atrocious. But the fact that you can reload the gun so fast with the smaller shells, that's good. That aspect of it I like a lot. The alpha goes up when you get the top gun, but it takes forever to load the shells into it. The upgraded turret helps that, but only modestly. So, all told, it's a great tank once you get it upgraded. Now, right there, that wasn't a great show of force. Apparently, I needed to be firing premium rounds even with the big gun. But what we're going to see here is, you can see I'm alone on the western flank. I have TDs backing me up, so if anybody does push me, I do have coverage. But what proceeds to happen here is what I like to call the Chuck Norris battle strategy. And that is, if your enemies come at you one at a time, then you can pretty much dispatch each one of them as they come, and you're in great shape. Particularly, you have enemies who are inferior to you coming at you one at a time. You could take them on just fine. If these guys had all rushed me at the same time, I'd have been done. But let's see how this all plays out. So I'm kind of biding my time right now. I don't want to be too aggressive. I really am expecting to get rushed, but it's a rush that never comes. So I move up, see if I can get some vision or proxy spot. Hopefully if I proxy spot, I'm not too far up on the hill. I know I've got that T-30 over there, but I don't really know who else might be here. And oh, here's our first contestant. And great snapshot there. The accuracy of this gun can troll you. I will caution that. It's good. It's not bad, but I have definitely had some issues where at medium to longer ranges it can be a little bit troll. But now we just pull back and we let the gun get reloaded. The reloading system in this tank, it's a good thing there isn't some sort of like a wear indicator on it that if it was overused it somehow malfunctioned or worked slower, because in this game this auto reloading system is almost always reloading. Anyway, we have our next contestant down here. He really should have started to back up a little bit sooner. He might still be alive. But there we go. Got our first kill. There we go. I get one shot in, then realize, you know what? I doubt he's aimed at me yet. And, nope. So that's that. And now reload, reload, reload. This first shell being that it's slower. Remember, this is not a Russian IS-3 that loads faster on the last show. It took a little bit to get that one brought up. And I try and avoid using that shell, but obviously in that case there, killing the enemy is the most important thing. Now, with all of those tanks dead, I have no desire to push any further. And I think this is one of the mistakes that oftentimes is made by teams, is that they continue to push. It's like, hey, we made it this far, let's keep going. Well, not so fast, Hotshot. You might want to back it off, head back, and regroup. And my concern is that we're not looking too strong over the city. So I've still got a lot of hit points. I've already racked up 4 kills. Let's go over there and see if we can help out. And hopefully we can get there in time to still help out. The worst is when you show up and you just end up being part of a lemming train in one at a time. Kind of the opposite of the Chuck Norris scenario that I was talking about before. And hopefully those of you internationally are familiar with Chuck Norris enough and how that goes. If you're not, well, sorry, you can do some research on Chuck Norris. So now, I want to move into here carefully, and there's our next victim. And then this guy, I figure I can take a hit, but ideally I don't want to, and I don't. And this is where auto reloaders and auto loaders are just amazing, is in this late game when you have a bunch of one-shots, you can really feel like a rock star. I mean, I'm not doing anything that is novel, amazing, unique. Anybody can do what I'm doing here. The only thing I'm trying to do is put a little bit of thought. Like right now, I'm not pulling the trigger because there's no way my shell's going to go through. He's a one-shot. So I'm going to wait for him to do something potentially dumb. He knows he's lit. He might even suspect I'm here, but then he does this, and it makes it easy for me. So now we're up to 7 kills, and I would love to have tied my all-time best of 8 with another one, but don't think it's going to happen. That's a lot of distance to cover, and unless our guys die like fools to that T-30, this will be over. But I'll go ahead and drive over there. I also helped out my comrade here, and we are setting ourselves up for a BIA. And that's it. Just a good, this was a great feel-good sort of game. And I'd come off a series of ones that weren't such a feel-good game. So I thought I'd record this and post it. Like I say, there's nothing crazy in it. But just breathe deep. Think about what you're doing on a flank. Don't overextend. That's my advice. So anyway, Happy New Year. I'll see you on the battlefield throughout this next year.